Rainy morning in the shelter.
Well, good morning. It is day 15. A little rainy out there. But yeah, I've been on the trail for exactly 2 weeks. It's been awesome. And today I'm gonna take my first 0 day. So I'm not doing any miles today. I'm zeroing at the shelter. Well, I'm kind of not doing any miles. It's 0.8 miles from here to the NOC, where I need to get some gear and maybe a beer and a burger or something like that. But it's less than a mile walk, so yeah, I'll be doing that and editing some video today. And yeah, I don't think today's gonna be a super exciting day of video, but just editing video, hiding from the rain, and I will film it when I go to the NOC.
On my 0.8 mile walk.
Well, I'm back at the shelter. Had a delicious burger and beer. It was a pretty expensive burger. The NOC is not cheap, but the food was very good. And yeah, I just decided I've been having some requests for a gear video of what I have on trail, so I'm going to take this opportunity to turn this video into, this is day 15, into my gear video. So let's take a look at what I got.
Okay, starting with my backpack, we got the Z-Packs Nero, which is a frameless backpack. It weighs about 10 ounces, made out of Dyneema. Right next to it is a compactor bag, a trash compactor bag, that I use as a lining inside to keep everything dry. Dyneema is waterproof at the beginning, but it does soak through. As you can see, it's wet up there. So my next item is my Katabatic Sleeping Bag. That's upside down. Katabatic Gear it's a 15-degree sleeping bag, which I will probably trade out when it gets hotter, but it's been nice to have it so far. Next is my shelter system. I have the Gatewood Cape, which is my poncho tarp. It's a shaped tarp, so it does have a zipper. And then along with that, I have the Bora Gear bivy. So the two of those comprise my sleep system, and then I use a piece of polycro as my ground sheet. And yeah, that's my system, and that works out great because it's compartmentalized. Since I'm spending quite a few nights in the shelter, I can use my bivy inside the shelter and not have mice running across my face or bees that are currently buzzing around me. Don't bother me in my sleep. Next is our sleeping pad. I have the Nemo Tensor Wide. This is a 24-inch wide pad. It's nice having one that wide because if your tent does flood for whatever reason, which happened to me, it worked as a nice little raft and kept me and my sleeping bag completely dry. So that was great. I was having back issues with it. And honestly, anytime I'm not sleeping in my bed in the van, I generally have back issues, and it was really bothering me. So I bought a foam pad that was, the length of this, and I was hoping that adding it would add a little bit of stiffness to the whole system and would help my back, but it just didn't work out. It wasn't any better. So I ended up giving that pad to a fellow hiker whose inflatable pad popped. But I cut off this little section that I use as a back pad and support for my backpack. With the ridges, I'm hoping it'll give me a little more breathability, because this is what I had before, and what I'm going to continue using, I'll just use them both together. And I also use this as an under pad for my inflatable to stop it from getting popped. This is the stuff sack and the inflator bag for the pad. Next up on the list, my pillow system. Mildly complicated, but I have an old travel pillowcase which I use in conjunction with my puffy jacket and a Sea to Summit inflatable, and so I kind of half inflate it, use the puffy jacket, and that makes my pillow just perfect. I've tried just the inflatable and it doesn't really work for me. And I've also tried just the puffy, and that also doesn't really work for me. So the combo has worked out really well, really helps my sleep. The puffy I bought right before. It is, let's see what the brand is. Decathlon. It was, I think I was just in denial that I am now an extra large and not a large, but it would not zip up when I bought it. But on the bright side, I have lost 10 pounds, at least since I started the trail, and it now zips. It's still tight, but it zips. Up next is my food bag. This is an sack. So when you use an odor-proof sack with it, the two together, you can tie it to the base of a tree and you don't have to hang your food, and then you just cover it with debris. And in theory, a bear won't see or smell it, and so it won't know it's there. And if it does find it, it won't be able to get through the Kevlar bag or get it off of the tree because of the heavy-duty rope. Now, the problem is that my bag ripped, and so now I don't have the odor-proof part of it anymore. So I tried getting a bag at the NOC, but they don't have any. So I ended up buying a rope that I'm going to have to hang my food with. I hate hanging my food, so as soon as I can find a bag, I will have it. These bags come in 2 packs, and don't be an idiot like me and only bring one, because they just tear up too easy. So always have a backup bag, and it doesn't weigh that much. I mean, they're a little heavy, but take the weight hit. Don't be me. Next, this is my little Talenti jar and half of a Church's Chicken plastic spork, which I use for my cold soaking meals. So that's my mess kit, if you will. Next up are my clothing. This is a thermal layer. Just a light thermal layer. I'll use it as my mid layer if it's cold out and I'm hiking. I don't want to hike with my puffy, so I'll hike with the mid layer and my long sleeve shirt here. This is my sleeping shirt, which is just a little lightweight Patagonia. They're super light, great to have as a backup, and if I keep it nice and clean, I'll use it as my town shirt as well. I have a backup pair of socks, same brand that I'm wearing. They are the Darn Tough. I have a little pair of running shorts, and those are kind of like my backup underwear, but they're also, I can wear them hiking if I need to, or in a laundromat. I wore them in the laundromat last time. Okay, on to electronics. I've got 2 10,000 milliamp hour batteries, and then one little charge cable for my iPhone. I've got 2 USB cables, so I can charge them both at the same time with my 2-prong charger. This is my microphone, which is no longer working. This is my flashlight, which I haven't used yet. My Zoleo, which I've done a video on that. It's my satellite messenger and also emergency beacon. This is the bag for the electronics. Probably don't even need it, honestly. I haven't used it at all, actually. Could have left that. Onto my hygiene kit. Starting with my water bottle with the filter. This is the Be-Free, the Katabatic Be-Free filter. Love it. This is a Hydro Pack bottle, so this bottle does not come with the filter. You buy it separately. It's a different company. Very durable, much better than the Be-Free bags. This is the lid for it, which I shouldn't have brought because I haven't used it once. This is my backup wash bottle. So what I use that for is I fill it up with water. I never even filter that water. I use it to wash my hands and things like that. I'll put some water on the loofah and scrub down sometimes when I'm feeling grimy. This is my Dr. Bronner's. So this bottle should be about half that size or less. I lost it at the last shelter, so I had to buy this at the outfitter here at the NOC, and it's huge. I do not need this much. This is my Deuce of Spades trowel, poop trowel, for digging a hole when necessary. There's a lot of privies on the trail, so I haven't had to use it very often, which is nice. This is my light load towel. These are very absorbent, great. They come in this little brick and then turn into that when you break them open. Very useful. You can use it. Actually, you can wring it out and dry yourself with it if you take a shower. Works pretty well. This is a little extra guy line I have just for random things that I need, tasks. We already talked about the loofah. We already talked about the cord. I have, this is my head net. So my bug net, when it's mosquitoes are horrible, I can put this on and keep myself protected. This is my umbrella, which is normally folded up, so it's it breaks down. It's a travel umbrella. And it's also a sun umbrella, so it's come in handy a couple of times since the leaves aren't on the trees yet coming up some of these hills. Were pretty hot yesterday and the day before, so that was nice to have, and it's been great for the rain. I mean, having an umbrella just makes all the difference. So one of the cool things about my tent setup, the Gatewood Cape, that is if it gets too windy for the umbrella, I can put this on with a waist strap, and it makes bringing an umbrella much more practical. So I've got 2 pieces of rain gear, and I will tell you what, having an umbrella when it's raining out is such a morale booster. And lastly, we have my trekking poles. So yeah, these are the Cascade carbon fiber trekking poles, Manteca. Work great, been good so far. I've got Leuco tape taped on the handle of both of them, quite a bit of it, for dealing with blisters. And then on this one, I have my little tripod for filming. And that's that. So yeah, that's my kit. And I will say, at Amicalola Falls, I weighed it out. It was about 10.5 pounds. I've added a little bit of weight with that stupid giant soap bottle and the rope and whatever. But so I'm probably up over 11 now. And with food at Amicalola Falls, I came in at 16.5. So yeah, it's good, nice lightweight kit. I could get it a little lighter if I worked a little harder, and but it works good for me, and it's nice having a pack this light, you know, with my back issues. Really makes this trip significantly more feasible. So that's my video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all the fun stuff.